All right, now I want to go over a literal equation because they seem to be one of the harder ones that you guys have been doing. So if I say A is equal to 2 over B plus 3C, and if I do a semicolon and a C, that means I want you to solve for the C variable. So this is the variable we want to get by itself. That means that any other variable or term with a different variable other than C needs to move on the other side of the equation with the A. So right now, I'm looking at this entire thing as its own term and this entire thing as its own term. So the one term that does not have a C in it on the side with the C is 2 over B. So in order to get that entire thing to the other side, I'm going to have to add or subtract it. Well, there it's positive 2 over B, so I will take away 2 over B. That means I'm going to take away 2 over B on this side as well. I'll be left with A minus 2 over B. Right? That's what I was left over there. And that's equal to, that's equal to a 3C because that's what was left on the right. Okay? When adding or subtracting an entire term, you only add it or subtract it once. Now, in order to get this 3 away from the C, I need to divide by 3. But when you multiply or divide something, it divides everything. Okay, so it divides the A, it divides the 2 over B, right? It divides everything. Okay, and in this particular case, we can leave it like this. You could also simplify it a little bit, but I can leave it like this. So our answer is literally A minus 2 over B over 3. And that's what C is equal to. Okay? If you have that, you'd be getting full credit. Okay? The other thing that you could have done, oh no, what did I do? Okay. Why do I keep doing that? Trying to go back. Let's go back. Okay. So obviously we still want to move the 2B, and we can do that the same exact way. Okay, and we'll have A minus 2B is equal to 3C. Okay, now the other thing you could do is 3C, if we multiply it by its inverse, 1 over 3. Technically that's 3 dividing by 3 because 3 is in the denominator. You do the same thing over here and the same thing over here. And so we'll get A over 3 because 1 times A is A and over 3. Then we got minus 2 times 1 is 2 over 3B equals, our 3's cancel out, C. So that was the other way we could have done it and the more simplified version of it. I would have accepted either answer. Usually when we see multiplication like this, 3 times C, I'm focusing on this one right now, we divide. But it's good to know that you can multiply by the inverse because if you have something like this, 1/2 x is equal to 6, this means we can either divide by 1/2, but that's silly. We don't do that. Usually when we see a fraction, we will just multiply by the inverse. Multiply by the inverse. These cancel. We're left with x is equal to 12. Okay, so we can multiply by the inverse. Okay, have about 10 more seconds left. It works this way too. Negative 2/3 x equals 4. If I multiply by negative 3 over 2, that's the inverse. These cancel. Negative 3 over 2, we get x is equal to negative 6 because it's 4 times negative 3 divided by 2. Alrighty.